The idea of systemic racism is a complicated construct, and it cuts against what a lot of folks really understand racism to be, which is this individual level belief that people are good or bad based on their skin color. I mean, I think that's what most of us have been taught to understand about racism. And that's an easier thing to understand. Mm-hmm. It's easier to raise your children. You don't judge people by the color of their skin. And I think the vast majority of Americans over the last 50 years have done that, tried to do that with their children. But it hasn't resulted in any demonstrable shifts in the positive toward equality or equity with respect to, name any, whether it's education or the healthcare system or the wealth gap. I mean, we can go on through
housing.
All of it, right? And because it's all related, that's the other part. And that's a systemic part, but it's harder to explain. It's harder to understand. We have to have whole classes together, before you can really grasp this. And, I know that the joke about white people reading books at this moment is out there. And I think
sold out on Amazon.
If all you do is read books, but you got to read books.
Yeah.
You can't read, you're not going to find a 10-minute TED Talk that's going to explain systemic racism to you. And you can't just be one book. There has to be a commitment to understanding. But that starts with a recognition that you don't understand fully. And I think most white people in America think they do understand racism. And they've already dealt with it. They've already realized how not to be racist. So there's no more work to be done. So I think if anything positive comes out of this movement, it's going to be that white people in America understand there's so much more. There's so much more to racism than just interpersonal treatment of people or even groups of people, that there are things that are built into the system that are very uncomfortable and that we're going to have to get serious if we're going to change, because people's beliefs and thoughts are constrained by institutions and by systems. And that's harder to see because it's invisible, it's pervasive. It's sort of this Gramscian notion of the hegemony, right? It's so powerful and all-inclusive that we can't even identify. Fish don't know they're wet, right? That's what we used to say. They don't know because that's all they've known. And white people don't know they live in a system of white supremacy because that's all we've known. So, and I think if we can wrap our heads around that, this is a process. It's going to take time and it's never going to end. It's a quest for deeper understanding because it took many years to build a system like this, a careful construction by people who were not well-meaning. And so well-meaning people then have to deconstruct that system together, but we can't just do it individually. We've got to do it sort of as a collective. So it really is about just making the first step is making it. Yeah, that's right.